Today is August 7th. It's 6:30 p.m. Berlin Middle High School Auditorium. I am David Burnsley. I am the Berlin Middle High School principal.
I'm Megan Reynolds. I'm the assistant principal.
As well as
Athletic director.
Megan is new to the district. I'll give you a little background about Ms. Reynolds. She taught for 22 years in the Waterford Half Moon School District. She was a phys ed teacher for 22 years. She was a athletic director for 6 years. She's been the soccer coach, the women's soccer coach since 2016, I believe. And the last 2 years, she has been the head coach of back-to-back state champion women's soccer teams for Class C. So we are very fortunate to have Ms. Reynolds. I'm very excited about having her here. She's going to be an amazing assistant principal as well as athletic director. Ms. Reynolds, you want to say something?
I'd just like to thank you all for watching this introduction to the new updated cell phone policy.
All right. So we're here tonight because every year all schools are required to update their code of conduct and to be passed by Board of Education. Our code of conduct has been updated, has been approved by the Board of Education, and one of the things that we wanted to highlight was the updated code of conduct policy in terms of the cell phones and electronic devices. We all know that cell phones, and I say electronic devices, I mean AirPods and things like that, are very prominent in all our kids' lives. I have 5 children, all 5 have them. At the dinner table, I have to tell them no phones because we actually like to engage in real conversation. But, you know, I'm driving my kids with their friends in the car, and there they are sitting next to each other, texting each other. So these are things that we all see on a daily basis. Well, the update with the cell phone policy and electronic device is cell phones and electronic devices are prohibited throughout the school day, 7:20 in the morning to 2:07 p.m. They're prohibited. They need to go in the lockers. Every student gets a locker and every student gets a lock. So there's no excuses in terms of not having a place to put them. You do. All right. Next, please. Ms. Reynolds, can you just reiterate some of the reasons why that we don't want students to use cell phones during the school day?
We want to make sure that we have a safe and learning environment that's conducive to students for success. We want students to not be distracted with the electronic devices, so by having them prohibited in lockers, that will help ensure that.
Yes. And I should say that our code of conduct is developed by committee. This isn't Mr. Burnsley coming up with this and just doing it. It's a committee of stakeholders, parents, teachers, administrators. And this was a big recommendation because we've had a lot of issues in the classroom, from students not being focused to students actually having headphones on and listening to their music, not classes, not the lessons. So this is a universal and united front here at Berlin Middle High School that we think will definitely benefit the students. Next one, please. Oh, yeah, I don't have it. Okay. So if you look, and I will share this a PowerPoint with everybody. I'll have it on our website, so you can link on it. You can link on the code of conduct, so you can see the updated one. You can click on updated cell phone and electric device policy, which we're going to get into in 1 second. And that was a letter that I sent home this past Monday to make everyone aware of the updated policy. Can you please click on the middle one? That's not coming in very well.
Gonna read off the.
Yes, I'm going to read off of this, and you can do it. Unfortunately, it's not coming off. But there are two exceptions. If you read this, where cell phones, you may see cell phones are electronic devices. And what do I mean? A teacher may request that students bring their cell phones to classes for instructional purposes, and only for that period for instructional purposes. That is fine. We have no problem with that. If students understand and like the phone, and if they can use it for instruction, which some teachers do, that's fine. Teachers will notify everybody in the building that their class and what periods, so everyone's aware of it. Second thing is, some students receive permission to wear what we call noise reduction headphones. And we certainly never want to take that away. So if your child wears those headphones that are noise reduction, they will continue to do so. That will never be taken away from them. So I want to be really clear about that, because I was nervous when we did this that some people would think that their child would not be allowed to do it. They absolutely can. Then the consequences. So the first offense, well, when you read it first, I'm sorry, Ms. Rose.
The first offense will be handled by administration, and the phone will be left at the main office for the entire day, and then at the end of the day, the student can have the cell phone back.
So that's basically a warning.
And then the parents will be notified.
We would definitely contact the parents, but that's basically a warning saying, hey, this is the policy, this is the code of conduct, you can get it at the end of the day. The second offense is the phone is taken, administration, Ms. Reynolds and myself will have the phone, we will contact the parent, and the parent or guardian will, or a designee that the parent may send in, must retrieve the phone. We will not give it back to the student. And the student will receive in-school suspension. 3 or more offenses, very similar. Parent would be called, there would be a meeting with the parent, guardian, student, administration. We will give the phone back to the parent at that point, and the student will receive out-of-school suspension. We hope it doesn't get to that. We're not looking to do that, but we do want to ensure that students are following the policy. Okay? We just went over that. Why are we doing this? Ms. Reynolds.
Like I said before, we want to ensure a conducive learning environment. We want to limit distractions, and the cell phones, as we know, are very distracting to our learning environment.
So I'm going to play a little game here. Ms. Reynolds has
Yes.
3 beautiful kids. 10 years old, 13 years old, and 15 years old.
Yes.
2 boys and a girl.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about their cell phone usage, and if you have to tell them to put it away.
They love their cell phone. They use it quite a bit. I do have to ask them to put it away, especially at nighttime after dinner. They just want to go on their phone, and I have to say, guys, let's take a break, let's put it away, and get ready for the next day.
And I'm sure everybody in the audience would probably nod and say they're familiar with that story. I know I am. Enhancing social interaction. I said it earlier. I am amazed when 2 kids, and quite frankly, I see adults do this too, sitting right next to each other, texting each other. And I think that long-term studies are going to show that's going to hurt our society and our kids growing up. So we want that face-to-face communication with the kids and the adults. And then the focus and productivity. I know people like to say they can multitask really well and, you know, they need the phone, whatever. Without the phone, the students can concentrate more in the classroom and be more on task. I think we all agree since COVID, it's been a problem with students' attention and keeping them focused on things. So we want to take away from the distractions. And I have to tell you something. This goes for the adults in this building as well. We are guilty of it as well. And I'm the #1 culprit. I walk around with my phone. I haven't. I will be the main role model. The phones will be away. You will not see me in the hallways with the phone. You will not see me in the classroom with the phone. We as adults have to be the role models and lead, and that's what we'll do. So this updated policy goes for everyone, not just the students. So what do you talk about, please, rationale and benefits?
There's actually been studies based off of cell phone usage and how it's been found that students that do not use a cell phone during class have scored actually a letter grade higher on their exams compared to students that do use their cell phones during school. So that was really impactful for me when I saw that in print. We want to promote a safe environment. We don't want to have to worry about being videotaped, recorded, or text messages going around. You just have to worry about coming to school and taking your classwork and doing all of the classwork.
In your past life as a phys ed teacher, did you ever have two students get in an argument and it's because something that was posted on social media, and then you sit the students down and they have no idea where it came from, but they believed it, and it caused problems, and then because of social media, it goes like a wild fire there, it spreads quickly and everybody in the building is on it, and they're promoting kids to argue with each other and possibly get in fights. So this is a benefit of, they're not going to have any of that stuff. No rumors, no nothing, no pictures of students being taken, no videos of awkward situations. So this is a big deal in terms of promoting a safe environment.
It also says that in the Journal of Adolescent and Health reported that excessive smartphone use can lead to sleep disturbances and poor mental health outcomes. So we want to eliminate those as much as possible.
Absolutely. Next one, please. So we're anticipating some of the concerns that we may receive from parents and guardians. The first one, parents may worry about not being able to contact their child in case of emergency. That is very fair. We take that very seriously. Every parent should have a right to get, and guardian should have a right to get in touch with their child at any time. We are already set at the main office. When you call there, we will get your child down immediately, no questions asked. We'll give them a private space and they can talk to you. No delay. So I want parents to feel free. Now I'm an old guy, so I remember when I would get called down to the office because my mother called or something like that. So we need to go back to that because we as adults fall into the trap of contacting our child at any time and not meaning to distract your child from school, but something comes to your mind, oh, I need to know, or something that's going on. I appreciate that. We're not trying to keep anybody from communicating with their children. Like I said, call the main office and we'll get your child immediately, no questions asked. The second one is, well, my child does all their assignments on their phone. Yes, that's a great example and a great trait to have. But every child gets a Chromebook. You can do the same thing on their Chromebook. In addition, every middle school student receives a planner. If a high school student wants a planner, we will give it to them as well. So they can either write it down or do it on their Chromebook. So that will not take away from their ability to do it. Change is difficult. Doesn't matter what age you are, change is difficult, and we appreciate that. We believe September is going to be challenging, to say the least. We know that some students, possibly some adults are going to struggle with it in the beginning. We're going to work with you. We're going to work with your child. We're going to, we're not coming out blazing, looking for phones or anything like that right away. We're just going to constantly reiterate what the policy is, what the expectations are, and have the children work with us, okay? We understand, especially this type of change in the child's life in the school is going to be challenging for them. And again, every decision we make here at Berlin Central School District, but in this case we're speaking about the middle school, high school, is made with the well-being of the child in mind. Some people, in terms of children, they think we're not doing this for their well-being, but I can promise you everything that we're doing is the well-being of the child. When we make decisions, your child, all children are the center of our decisions, and everything is focused on what's in their best interest.
Next step, just having open communication, ongoing with dialogue with parents, staff, and students, letting them know that this is the expectations for this fall coming up. We're excited for this change. I think that it's going to be so impactful to this school and the kids. We've given them many opportunities to hear the policy, review it, so we just hope that everyone takes that chance.
Absolutely, thank you. And as always, we have our counselors available if someone's struggling with it. We have our school counselors, we have our social worker, we have our student assistance counselor, and you have Ms. Reynolds and I. So, in conclusion, a lot of thought and a lot of discussion went on. This wasn't willy-nilly. This was a decision that was well thought out, well researched. You can see around the state, you can see locally, a lot of schools go into this because we're all facing the same issues. So we're not alone in this. I know the governor is speaking about this year making a law that all schools do this. And I just know for us, this is what's in the best interest of our students and our community, and we feel that our students in the long run will benefit from this. Here's our contact information. We are asking that anybody has any questions to contact us. There's our phone numbers, there's our emails. I'm a person that if you show up without an appointment, I'm definitely going to meet with you. Our doors are always open. We want open communication. As you can see, we've 5 town hall meetings. We want open communication. So any concerns, and if you're not happy with it, tell me. Let's talk about it, all right? But we want to be connected with the community, and we want the community to feel that they can come and speak to us at any time, that we're here for them. Any questions?
Kids in North Black, you can see one that will probably come up. I know in senior high hall, a lot of the lockers don't really lock. You can yank them open.
Right.
I know kids are going to be a little leery about leaving them in a locker that doesn't really lock.
Excellent point. So the question is, the point is that in the, I guess, senior part of the high school hallway, the lockers do not close all the way, that you yank them, they could open up. They've been working on the lockers all summer, and like I said, we provide locks. So we feel confident going into the school year that should not be an issue. Am I naive in saying it won't be an issue? I will not do that. But I appreciate the question. It's a very point. It's a very good point. We will. I can guarantee I'll be speaking to my custodians tomorrow just to play with it and practice on it, right? But yeah, I appreciate that very much. Yes.
What does it look like during after school and sports? What kind of policy do you have for after school and sports?
Thank you for the question. The question is, what will it look like after school? Meaning, will students be allowed to use their phones?
That's, I'd say lunch too.
Look, the phones are prohibited from 7:20 in the morning to 2:07 p.m. That means study hall lunch? No. However, at 2:07, every student has every right to use their phone. So for athletic events, practice, extracurricular, students will still be able to contact their parents for rides or whatever. Parents can contact them. There is no policy in place for after school. Students are allowed to use the phone on the buses. Again, the policy states 7:20 to 2:07 p.m. Before and after, students are allowed to use it. Excellent question, thank you. Well, I'd like to thank everyone for coming tonight. Ms. Ryan?
Yeah. No, I want to thank you as well, taking time out of your night to be here.
And again, please don't hesitate to contact us, email, call, stop by. We'll be more than happy to sit with you and go through everything. Thank you.